Is God responsible for natural disasters? Although God is often viewed as the one causing these terrible catastrophes, he is not responsible. God is not in the business of causing natural disasters and calamities. On the contrary, he is the giver of life. The Bible says, "For the heavens shall vanish away like smoke, and the earth shall wax old like a garment, and they that dwell therein shall die in like manner, but my salvation shall be forever, and my righteousness shall not be abolished." Isaiah 51:6. This text declares a dramatic difference between natural calamities and the work of God. When God came to earth in the form of man, he did nothing to hurt people, only to help them. Jesus said, "For the Son of Man is not come to destroy men's lives, but to save them." Luke 9:56. He said, "Many good works have I shown you from my Father. For which of those works do ye stone me?" John 10:32. He says, "It is not the will of your Father who is in heaven that one of these little ones should perish." Matt 18:14. It was God's design that his sons and daughters should forever smell the fragrance of exotic flowers, not rotting corpses. They should always enjoy the delicacies of tropical fruit and tasty dishes, not face hunger and starvation. He is the one who provides the fresh air from a mountaintop and cool sparkling water, not ugly pollution. Why does nature seem to be becoming more and more destructive? Earthquake damages building. When Adam and Eve sinned, it brought a natural consequence to the earth. "And unto Adam God said, Because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, Thou shalt not eat of it, cursed is the ground for thy sake, in sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life." General 3:17. The descendants of Adam became so violent and corrupt that God allowed the world to be destroyed by a global flood. Genesis 6:5-11. The fountains of the deep were broken up. Genesis 7:11. There was great volcanic activity. The layers of the earth's crust were formed and nature was turned out of its God-given course. The stage was set for earthquakes and killer storms. As the consequences of sin have progressed from that day to this, the natural world is nearing its end. The results of our first parents' disobedience is becoming more and more evident as this world is wearing out. But God is still in the business of rescuing, helping, and healing. He holds out salvation and everlasting life to all who will receive him. If God does not bring natural disasters, who does? Many people do not believe in a real devil, but the Bible is very clear on this point. Satan exists, and he is the destroyer. Jesus said, "I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven." Luke 10:18. Satan was once a holy angel at the right hand of God in heaven. Isaiah 14 and Ezekiel 28. He rebelled against God and was cast out of heaven. So the great dragon was cast out, that serpent of old, called the devil and Satan, who deceives the whole world. He was cast to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Revelation 12:9. Jesus said, "The devil was a murderer from the beginning, and the father of lies." John 8:44. The Bible says that the devil attempts to deceive the whole world, and one way he tries to do this is by spreading the idea that there is no real devil. According to recent surveys, fewer and fewer people in America believe the devil really exists. the existence of a real devil is the only thing that can explain the existence of evil in a world that is predominantly good. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea! For the devil has come down to you, having great wrath, because he knows that he has a short time. Revelation 12:12. Why is it so often the poor, the elderly, and the children who suffer the most? Is it fair for the innocent to suffer? No, it's not fair. The point is that sin is not fair. God is fair, but sin is not fair. That is the nature of sin. When Adam sinned, he gave himself and the human race into the hands of a destroyer. God allows Satan to become active in working through nature to bring about destruction as a consequence of man's choice. God does not want it to happen. He did not want Adam and Eve to sin. But he allowed it, because that was the only way human beings could have the gift of freedom of choice. A son or daughter may rebel against good parents and go out into the world and live a life of sin. They may have children. They may abuse the children. This is not fair, yet it happens when people make wrong choices. A loving parent or grandparent would want to rescue abused children. And so does God. This is why Jesus came to this earth. No more pain. The calamities and catastrophes that engulf our world serve as reminders that this world of sin, pain, hate, fear, and tragedy will not last forever. Jesus has promised that he will return to earth to save us from our world that is falling to pieces. God has promised to make everything new again and that sin will never rise up again. See Nahum 1:9. God will live with his people, and there will be an end to death, crying, and pain. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, Now the dwelling of God is with men, and he will live with them. They will be his people, and God himself will be with them and be their God. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. Revelation 21:3-4.